Gentlemen, welcome back to Go Condition 1. Here on the channel, we are preparing for the time when we will go Condition 1. To go Condition 1 is to be prepared for the trials and tribulations that will inevitably come our way, to be prepared to handle life's catastrophes, and to be a beacon of strength. In order to go Condition 1, we must establish a proper baseline in which to build a solid foundation that will support a fulfilling life. In the last episode, we discussed the third phase of the OODA Loop, decide, and how to apply it to our lives. If you haven't seen it, go watch it now. If you were just discovering the channel, I would recommend starting at the beginning with the first video of the series, Observation Concerning the OODA Loop. But today this video is focusing on the A of the OODA Loop, and that is act. Act is the final step within the OODA Loop cycle that follows the decision process. The decision phase In the decision phase, you have made a decision to select a path forward and decide an appropriate course of action. The act phase is the execution of that decision, utilizing precision and commitment while remaining ready to adapt based on outcomes, new data, or external factors. Let's discuss the purpose of the act phase. The objective is to execute the decision using speed, precision, and commitment to achieve your intended outcome. The practical purpose is for us to take concrete steps to advance life goals, maintain momentum, and adapt based on results and feedback, both positive and negative. Key components of the act phase are execution, that is the implementation of your chosen plan, executed with focus and discipline, while actively observing that your implementation is aligning with the decision you have made and your stated end goals. Next is commitment. This entails a fully dedicated effort to your selected action and putting in the work required for you to reach your end goals. Avoid hesitation and half measures. For the time you have allotted to your endeavor, put forth 100% of your effort and stay focused on your work. Even if it is only 1 or 2 hours a day, remain focused and committed to your chosen course of action for that given time. You can also have increments of miniaturized goals. Focus on studying and finishing a single chapter at a time instead of worrying about the entire class and the final exam. Using that same example, if your end goal has a hard stop, such as a final exam, then you need to ensure to have reverse engineered a study plan during your phase 3 of decide in order to give you ample time to consume the material as well as study and prepare for the final. Another key component is monitoring and feedback. Observe the results of the action you execute to assess effectiveness. This will ensure you stay on target with your end goal while also providing you with data in the case you need to re-enter the OODA loop and adjust. Also, consult your mentor or trusted peers if you are having difficulty analyzing your progress. The last key component we will discuss is adaptability. Be ready to adjust your actions mid-course if conditions or your baseline change. Within this adaptability section, let's discuss the concept of improvise, adapt, and overcome. With improvise, you're going to be creatively using available resources or unconventional methods to address immediate challenges when ideal solutions are unavailable. You need to be resourceful and identify available tools, skills, or networks to solve problems. Creativity will come into this. Brainstorm unconventional solutions utilizing your background and modern technology. Adapt. You will need to adjust your strategies, plans, or behaviors in response to changing circumstances or new information to maintain effectiveness. Adapt by revisiting plans when you are faced with setbacks or new information. Within this adapt, you will need to be flexible, and that refers to the ability to regularly reassess plans, strategies, actions, and goals in order to adjust and recenter on your intended target. This ability is based on feedback, discovering new information, unexpected challenges, shifting priorities, or new opportunities. You will also need to be constantly learning, remain open to new information, and if applicable, incorporate what worked for the men that came before you. This is another reason to have a trusted mentor. I highly recommend that you lean upon a mentor in your field of choice to learn from their mistakes so you know what to avoid. And then lastly is overcome. Persist through obstacles to achieve the mission. You must remain focused and determined despite adversity. Leveraging discipline, training, and teamwork will greatly improve your ability to work around and overcome obstacles. Discipline will build habits to maintain progress. You must establish a schedule. Utilizing habit tracking applications or a physical logbook to assist in keeping track of your work so you can look back and actually see your progress. While overcoming obstacles, you will need support. So again, lean on mentors, family, or trusted peers. Start small with accessible steps. Deconstruct goals and actions into small, bite-sized wins, and do not forget to celebrate progress, within moderation, of course. So, some key takeaways for the improvise, adapt, and overcome. With the improvise, creatively use available resources to address immediate challenges. With adapt, adjust plans based on new information to stay aligned with your goals. And then finally, with overcome, persist through obstacles with discipline and focus. And returning back to the main topic of act within the OODA Loop, here are some practical methods for implementing your actions. Some of these methods overlap with previous concepts discussed in the idea of improvise, adapt, and overcome. So, break down your actions. Divide decisions or actions into small, manageable steps to ensure progress and to avoid being overwhelmed. Hell, use a simple to-do list. Outline tasks and place them on a schedule. Set deadlines. Assign specific timelines to actions in order to maintain urgency and to remain committed to accomplishing these tasks. This will show positive progression and build discipline. As always, start small if necessary. Leverage your resources. Use available tools, networks, or skills to execute effectively. Track your progress. Monitor outcomes with simple metrics to both see progress and to stay accountable. And as always, seek support. Engage mentors, I'm sorry, engage mentors, peers, or family for accountability and guidance. Let's discuss training your action skills, building discipline. Practice small yet consistent actions to develop a habit of execution, whether that is cleaning your living quarters once per week or going to bed early in order to get up in the morning, putting on a weighted backpack, and go for a multiple mile ruck. You can simulate high pressure scenarios, practice acting under a time restraint, set a goal to lose 10 pounds by the end of the month and force yourself to make it happen. Very important one is learn from outcomes. Conduct a personal after action report to evaluate what worked and what did not. And we will discuss the ins and outs in more depth of the after action report in a later video. Some of the challenges in the ACT phase is going to be procrastination. Fear or lack of confidence can delay action. So solutions, again, start small, start with small steps, and build momentum. Resource constraints. Limited time, money, or skills can hinder execution. We have discussed and covered these topics with the orient and decide phase, so they have been accounted for in your plan. If an unforeseen occurrence shifts your baseline and things change, then improvise, adapt, and overcome. Uninspected obstacles. These setbacks can derail progress, so always be vigilant, looking down the road for potential shifts in your baseline, and always be prepared to improvise, adapt, and overcome. It is a bad plan that admits for no modification. Or, as Publilius Syrus said in 46 BC, quote, "It is a bad plan that cannot be adjusted." And another challenge is going to be lack of feedback. Without monitoring, actions can and will drift course, and once you lose aim of your end goal target, it will be required to adjust and adapt to realign, which in turn will cost valuable resources such as time, money, and energy. No matter your age or status, all three of these commodities are highly valuable and in very short supply. So, our actions must involve executing calculated decisions with discipline, speed, and adaptability for the purpose of driving positive progress. This means taking concrete steps to achieve our goals. Utilize the 70% solution, as well as improvise, adapt, and overcome. Use these mantras to ensure action despite uncertainty. Your observations feed into your analysis and understanding of your situation, which provides the foundation for you to create a baseline. These observations serve as the foundation in which you orient yourself towards an end goal and build your decision upon this foundation. Your decisions become reality through your actions, and your actions produce outcomes that feed directly into new observations, thus restarting the OODA Loop cycle. This continuous feedback loop to observe enables iterative improvement. So, join me in the next video to wrap up the series as we cover the continuous loop cycle of the OODA Loop. Men, remember, you are not alone. Lead upon the teachings of Christ and make quality decisions based upon factual observations in areas of your life that require improvement. The Lord blessed us with a limited time upon this earth, so let's pick up our burden and press forward. Until next time, peace be upon you, brothers, as we prepare to go condition 1.